Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we've got the April 2025 balance update, details, and release notes, and I'm going to go through all of the information with you, and we're going to talk about the big glaring thing that we are missing from this update. Before we get started though, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. Alright, so first we're going to talk about the passive skill update that is going to affect the Beowulf family or certain heroes of them. They have a new passive called Empowered Resist Mana Reduction. This grants a hero resistance against mana reductions. The hero also gains 450 boosted health and 5% mana each time they resist. This was added for various heroes of the Beowulf family, replacing the earlier non-empowered version of the passive skill. The legendary heroes affected are Beowulf, Modthrith, and Grendel. The epic heroes affected are Aesir, and then Unferth from the rare category. So only a few heroes affected by this. This could make the epic hero Aesir playable in wars, honestly, depending on the level of play that you're at in your alliance wars. But this is going to have a pretty big effect against Fergus, especially if you are in a top level alliance. Then you likely see anywhere between 5 and 10 Fergus tanks every single war, maybe even more. So this will definitely have an effect on them. And then another family bonus update that is coming is the Astral Dwarf family is getting a buff, a new family bonus effect, which will give a chance to resist mana reductions and gain mana on each resist. Affected heroes are Salnus, Megwin, Pluth, Quarry, Vard, and Ixen, so all newer family members of the Astral Dwarf family. I actually just recently pulled Ixen, so I'm going to pull up their hero card and show you what that looks like. So you can see here, it now says depending if you have 1 or 2 family members, they will have a 75% or 100% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. Each successful resist by this family gives this character 5% mana. So this is very similar to the Woodland Fawn families that already have this. So this is going to be extremely useful against Fergus. So this is really just another Fergus nerf, honestly. Another family bonus update is going to be the Woodland Fawn and Villain families. The members of these families now also do extra damage to Mega Minions in addition to minions. Affected heroes for Legendary are Peregrine, Tamlin, Verity, Araminta, Isabel, Gideon, Bramble, Isidore, Asian, Yolanda, Maud, Dark Lord and his costume, Toxicandra, Crystallis, Asterius, Isrod, and Karnov. The epic heroes affected are Myrtle, Ingolf, and Sangreer, and then rare heroes are Saskia, Ed, and Skrikok. There is a mechanic update with the corrosive effects being buffed, further increased the extra damage corrosive effects deal against minions and mega minions. The affected heroes from Legendary are Athlisgar, Anvari, Asterius, Atlantia, Bragi, Crystallis, Dagger, Dark Lord, Domiventus, Dulafriller, Ferris, Gander, Gwyn, Hreidmar, Jabberwock, Persa, Ott, Regin, Rumpelstiltskin, Scoria, Skarn, and Tenebrae. Some epic heroes affected are Fielar and Ingolf, along with Helgi from the Rare series. So quite a few heroes affected by that update. Some ether power changes, which is interesting. Glass Grim is changing from attack up to rage. Glass Kirill is changing from ailment immunity to defense up. Glass Melindor is changing from ailment immunity to special armor. And Toon Aslar is changing from dodge to rage. Some class talent updates specifically around the Ranger class. The superior and master talent extra effects of this class, which are the bleed damage and the defense reduction respectively, now activate on any bypass or defensive buffs. Previously, the extra effects were applied only if the bypass was activated through the talent. So that's just a small update, honestly. I've always found the Ranger Masterclass talents to be a little bit niche because it requires the enemy to have a defensive buff. This next section might be the biggest part of this update, honestly. I feel like these were just updated within the last 2 or 3 months. The Sun and Moon families are getting a costume bonus increase. Their old bonus was 32% attack, 32% defense, and 35% health, along with 5% mana. Now they're getting a 41% attack and defense, along with 42% health and that same 5% mana. So they are getting quite a buff. And then the Defenders and Nightmares of Atlantis families, which is pretty much the Untold Tales 1 costumes. Their old costume bonus was a plus 19% attack and defense, 23% health, and 5% mana. Now they're getting 28% attack and 28% defense, along with 28% health and 5% mana. I've actually got a few of those, so I'm going to show you what a couple of my heroes look like when they're double limit broken. Their stats increased pretty significantly. So this is my costume Medea. She now has 1906 attack, 1678 shield, and 2950 health. She has a total individual power of 1630. That is insane. I believe that her attack previously was around 1750 or so. I went all attack on this costume Medea version. Spartoy is another one that I have. He's got 1652 attack, 1925 shield, and 2796 health. I've only got 22 master class emblems on him. His total individual power is 1618. Domi Ventus is another one that I have with 22 emblems. He's got 1738 attack, 1668 shield, and 3038 health. I do also have Cleopatra from the Sun and Moon families. She's got 1371 attack, 1866 shield, and 3220 health now. In my opinion, she is one of the best healers in the game already. So that buff was pretty cool to see. So definitely look at your Untold Tales 1 costumes and your Season 5 costumes if you've got any, because you just got a pretty big buff from those heroes. Some other buffs that just came into the game were hero special skill buffs. Pepper Blue, the special skill now deals direct damage, adds 400% damage to the target. So this is in addition to their already special that they had. I guess their special was a little underwhelming. Hogni now has the Frost Fall Strike damage increased from 2000 to a max of 2200, and the max health reduction was increased from 600 to 700. Aaron has his heal over time increased from 1015 to 1150 health over 5 turns. These are all going to be hero of the months coming up now. His costume has a direct heal increase from 45 to 47%, and Zog's direct damage increase from 250 to 280, and the heal amount from the damage was 30 to 35% increased. Melosi's direct damage increased from 350 to 400%. Frost's inherited health from the minions increased from 15 to 18%. Turgruk's direct damage increased from 450 to 480%, and Zarga's direct damage increased from 435 to 465. They also now have a chance of inflicting bleed damage at 55% instead of 50% before. So that is all from the balance update from April. This is part 1. I believe that there's going to be a part 2. We haven't seen information on when that is coming yet, and there is a big item missing from this balance update. We've all heard about the nerf that's coming for Bearnadette, where the entire Construct Core family, the Cupido family, and a few heroes of the month and some other heroes who have the passive of resist special skill blocking. That passive is supposed to be able to be used against Bearnadette so that they cannot be changed into paintings. I think most of us were expecting that to happen in this update, and we do not see that right now. So for those of you who have Bearnadette, this is obviously not going to be good for you, but if you have trouble going up against Bearnadette, then this will definitely help you if you have some of those heroes. I do hope that we see that soon. I'm actually not really that upset about the nerfs that are happening for Fergus and for Bearnadette because they're just a little too overpowered. I don't have too much trouble with them during my wars, but I know a lot of people do, and it really changes the flow of the wars. They've been meta for like 4 or 5 months now, and I think it's time for a meta change. So definitely looking forward to seeing that Bearnadette nerf eventually come out. Let me know what you all think about this balance update. Really, the biggest for me is the costume bonus changes for the Untold Tales 1 and Season 5 heroes. I definitely got a nice buff from that. Hopefully you did too. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.